When writers look at legalese and use the 86 rule, exactly. It's gotten so bad the system's X-rashed. Yes. Crashed. You know who probably, I hope, has a good OGL? Is Vihander. Since they worked really hard not to be Warhammer Fantasy, really working to split that hair. Let's go see. Let's go see. Oh, okay. All right. Before we do this, let's put our bets in. Let's put our bets in. All right, chat? Chat. What are our bets? Did they have an SRD? Did they, did Grim and Perilous change the stream title? Prax, check your SRD. I mean, change title. Prax comments on SRD. That work? No, I did the wrong thing. Did that work? I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to try and oh, here, I can edit the stream info here. Okay. Here, make it clickbaity. You're doing it wrong. Prax checks your SRD. I mean, that doesn't. I've already got it titled. That doesn't mean what you think it does. Prax checks your SRD. Checks SRDs. Checks your SRD. Alright, great. Your SRD. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go with, let's go with... Cool. We've updated the stream title. We feel better about life. Alright, let's go back to Grim and Perilous. Are we taking bets, everybody? Are we taking bets? Okay. Ooh, alright, so... Rules books. Errata, adventures, accessories... Community content libraries... There's patrons and shop. Okay, so... I think is where it's gonna be. Room Perilous Studios. Okay. I don't know if they have an SRD, right? Let's Google. Vihander ttrpg SRD. Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't want to join this Vihander Discord because I'm not... I don't need another Discord in my life. Really? Was their answer... It doesn't have one. I believe it does have a free compendium. Okay, so it doesn't have an SRD. Okay, which is fine, right? Like... Artalsorian doesn't make SRDs for 90% of its games. Green Ronin doesn't... Artalsorian doesn't make SRDs for any of its games. Because it has licensing agreements for other things. Very specific, exclusive licensing agreements. We don't need a stinking SRD. So let's see. Who else would we need? Who else would have a really big SRD? Oh, we should look at Paizo, right? Paizo's got one. Paizo has really been bragging about their SRD lately because it's been claiming that it's gonna, you know, that you should go write and publish Paizo Okay, so that's... Paizo... Because I saw on... Okay, so it's a D20 Pathfinder. Get a PDF of everything released by... No, that's not what I want. Okay, here we go. No, that's just all their 3.5 OGL bundle. Okay, Pathfinder role-playing. Nope, that's hypertext. That's, I want actual Pathfinder. We need them. Okay, so Paizo. Pathfinder. SRD. 2E. SRD. Because they were bragging about how they were going to keep having a SRD. Okay, so Google is failing me. Yeah, Cypher System is an open license. That's a separate thing. Then, although we should go look at that. We should go look at Cypher. Okay. This is the rules text. It doesn't include the license. Here we go. License. This license, the agreement, is an agreement between the publisher or author, you, and the Monty Cook Games. See, this is their own! They wrote their own! This is what you need to do! So that Wizards of the Coast can't come and just take it. Like, really, people? No. I'm like, okay, this is at least useful. Finally, someone, somewhere, understood. Don't just copy their homework. Then again, it's Monty Cook, so that's a belief. Okay, so in the breakdown so far, we have certain people not understanding that mechanics cannot be copyrighted. People understanding that things cannot be copyrighted, but also would like acknowledgement for things if you copy and paste their work. You've got people who don't understand that someone's published contract can't then just be copy and pasted to become your contract. And then you've got Monty Cook, who will come back and tell you, will show you the fact that you can just take just when you least expect it, someone does it right. Exactly. The work must include the phrase compatible with the Cypher System or compatible with Cypher System. I don't know what... Okay, is someone else capable of telling me what if these two statements are the same, right? The work must include the phrase compatible with the Cypher System or the somebody left out a portion of a phrase here. Compatible with the Cypher System. Oh, or the... Oh, I get it now. I was misunderstood. I need that extra sentence. Phrase or logo. Thank you, Trig. I was missing something on there. On the cover of the work, it must include within the work, wherever the work otherwise lists legal and copyright information, the following text. Good. It includes the Cypher System open license, because the OGL only belongs to Wizards, and somebody using the OGL for their own stuff just means that Wizards is doing it. Don't just copy and paste your homework, people. That's not gonna end well. We know this. And this is the other important part here that's very interestingly not part of the OGL for, there is no forum selection in the OGL for Wizards of the Coast. There is a forum selection for the open license for Cypher. Forum selection means that it is included in the license or the agreement or the contract where things will be litigated and what laws will be subject to. This is in all TOS where you agree to be subject to the laws of the United States in case of XYZ thing. It's why Americans you can sue foreigners, particularly for Twitch. You know, it's why Twitch was getting away with, was going to be able to sue a bunch of people for hate raids, or at least the 3 people I've identified so far. Even those people don't reside in the United States, it's because part of the TOS of Twitch means that you will agree to abide by the rules of the United governed and will be governed and by the laws of the United States. But interestingly, the OGL for Wizards does not include a forum selection, but it does for Monty Cook, and they're specifically going, with regard to any disputes arising from this agreement, the parties hereby submit to the jurisdiction of the courts of the state of Washington and the United States. It's interesting. Interesting. We're finding out all these interesting things right now. But let's shift back over here for a second. Do we have any questions at this moment? Is it because Hasbro is more multinational? No, not at all. I'm switching back and forth for reasons. Even multinational companies, even global conglomerate companies, will include in general contract agreements that it forum selection. Your insurance policy is a contract. If you read through the insurance policy, it includes a forum selection. You agree to be, you know, you agree to arbitration, and you agree to if arbitration doesn't work, then litigation under the laws of X and Y state. So it's just mediation and arbitration. Aren't those fun things, Flounder? Mediation and arbitration, both of which you can agree to. Not all the time, though. Alright. It is now 4 o'clock. We've been going for a while. See, Flounder was a licensed mediator. That's also very good. Why don't we take a short break? That means I can stretch, get some more water, bio, all of those good things. I'm going to put up another words on screen, or words on stream, haha. I can say things. And then I'll be right back. Things are weird. All right. So I'm gonna take a second, go take a quick break, and back shortly, everybody. All right, let's end that one for now. Hello, everybody. We hope you are doing okay. Oh, I can turn on autopilot. Haha, I will turn on autopilot for next time. Now that I know that that's a thing that works, I will make sure to do that next time. And, the fake letter rounds always throw you. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Alright. But we are talking about SRDs, we are talking about how they work and how they don't work. And obviously, apparently, the overwhelming amount of them have decided that, you know, the appropriate thing to do is to take Wizards' homework and not understand that that isn't going to help them. It might actually be harmful to them, you know? Because why would that be a thing that people should be concerned about? All right, so we looked at Wizards, we looked at Cypher System, which has a really good one. We realized that Fudge RPG is a big culprit in just fudging because they take, and then our dear friends at Fate have started to do the same thing because it's apparently easy for them. Not understanding that their own rules, like the Creative Commons attribution and the open gaming license, are not the same thing. Well, I'm glad you're having SRDs, or the gaming world's NFTs. No, Coldrake, it's worse than that. It is people not understanding that a license is a contract, and I can just, it's the AI question, not the NFT question. It's like, well, I can just data mine this, right? And it doesn't matter, and I can just use it on my own, and you don't realize that, you know, we can still see where you attempted to not very well scrub off the signature for the person who created that art. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the cozy Christmas fun. But I guess the next thing is, does anyone have any questions, or are there any others SRDs we should look at? Because we know that Fate is gonna have problems. Fate's problems is that it's got two different licensing systems, which are two very, very different licensing systems, and I am concerned. Have a good one, Trig. Get some rest. Have a happy holidays. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Yule. Everything in between. You know, I'll even wish somebody a happy Festivus. But see, Roll20 doesn't actually have an SRD, right? Roll20 is a platform. This is an important distinction here. Yeah, you haven't seen a Fate that doesn't use the Creative Commons? I mean, because it makes the most sense, and it is the easiest. So let's look at, for example, Agapia, right? This is if I was going to open this game, right? Which is a Song of Agapia's Fortune, which we finished Season 1 of just before before December, and lots of interesting things will go. You can find that on the YouTube. All of the characters, like all of the things that exist, you can add a character as an NPC, right? And I can use the Character Mancer. If I use the Character Mancer, this is using an SRD product, and it then Roll20 then went on and further got an actual license with Wizards of the Coast to work with this. That's why the OGL never actually covered this as a platform. And everyone who's freaking out about the OGL's changes in the new OGL with the new 1D&D are not accurate, right? Like, their freakouts are about things that don't make sense. The Roll20, Foundry, all of the other virtual tabletops, they all have their own licensing agreement with Wizards of the Coast. And with a lot of other major game systems and games already have for example, if I don't want to roll Like a Roll20. Right. See, all of these games... The Age system has... They're going to have a license with this. Cthulhu, they're going to have a license with, right? Coyote and Crow may or may not be officially a license. It may just be an agreement. Cyberpunk Red is an agreement and license. But all of these systems that are on here, some of them are, if they can be bought in the marketplace on Roll20, there's a licensing agreement between Roll20 and that publisher. If they can't, it's likely that that particular page, you know, coding for that particular character page, excuse me, or anything else that you would need for character sheets would be, because they're all fan created, it was created by fans and therefore, you know, didn't, whether it was not for sale or profit, it becomes complicated and an issue. So Roll20 is a different animal altogether. It's not covered by the same things. Its license isn't the same. Somebody could publish on Roll20 and be using the SRD for their own product, but it isn't the same as Roll20 having a licensing agreement. They're two different concepts, sort of, that are tangentially related. So any other questions out in the universe that I feel we should answer? But I think we're doing a pretty good job, right? We've covered the fact that mechanics cannot be copyrighted, number one. Number two, don't steal other people's licensing agreements, particularly if you don't change any of the information in it, because it probably won't cover you. Number three, too many people steal Wizards' licensing agreement without understanding that phrases and clauses in there might give Wizards the permission to basically take all of their product. Exactly, streaming is for entertainment purposes. And although there are some streamers who might claim it is educational, there are some streams that might be educational. This is entertainment purposes, and the actual OGL itself is, if you wish to publish for financial gain an adventure or a whatever, you know, a supplement for whatever you want to publish, it's going to be that is separate from streaming. Like, if I actually wanted to publish the campaign setting for my world of Agapia that I built, and I've been working on for a number of years, that would, if I was publishing it in a, you know, in a print or EPUB media, then that would be covered by the OGL. If I wanted to make it an interpretive dance, that would not be covered by the OGL. Merchandising, not covered by the OGL. Which makes a lot of sense. But if no one else has any other questions, or people we think we should stalk to help, might call it a day, because it's 4:30 and I'm hitting a wall, guys. Been up for 5 hours, been streaming for 5 hours, so. But I want to make sure everybody's questions are answered, particularly because, again, this whole conversation started in Troopers chat last night about the question of what constitutes a license versus a non-license, and why you should not people should not be freaking out about Wizards' announcement that they're going to make changes to the OGL. Also, hey, it's in the OGL itself that Wizards can do that. I don't know what your problem is. You don't actually have the rights. Like, some people were like, well, I'm never going to pay for this. I'm just going to continue to use this older model of the OGL, and then I won't have to pay any of these royalties. And I'm like, first of all, you don't have to pay royalties unless you're making more than $750,000 on Wizards product. And if you are, okay, Why are you not paying royalties on that product? I'm just saying. And yes, Wizards has the right to change these. And no, you can't just decide I'm going to use the old OGL and therefore not have to pay them? That's not how that works. Exactly. If you publish something, again, another point we went over, if you publish something, like for example the Uncaged Anthology, if you want to make minor tweaks to it, you know, edit, you know, a text or change some of the math, that might just be an edit and not have to change anything. But if you want to make it compatible with the new rule set, you're going to need to abide by the new OGL. Exactly, a workman is worthy of their hire. Pay people what they're worth. I understand that this is a problem in TTRPG spaces. We all struggle to be able to even just make the money to make the game, let alone pay people what it actually would cost to pay people fairly. But if you've got a game out there... Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of a minor rant here. I publish games, right? There are games on my itch page right now that you can go download and play. Or if you don't even want to download, 2 of them so far have been integrated with the StorySynth platform, so you can play with your friends over the internet and just all be in have one link, and then all of you are in the same instance of the game, and you don't have to worry about uploading things or whatever. It makes life easier. But there are games that I write on itch. If you're not willing to pay the $5 to $10 I charge for those games, do not come at me for saying that I am undervaluing myself. Do not come after me and say, hey, you should charge more money when people aren't paying, when you aren't going to go buy the game for $5 or $10 because you think it should be, I should have content to give away. Now, do I put up occasionally community copies? Yes. But don't be that person on the internet who's like, well, why shouldn't I have to pay for this? You know, whatever. You should charge your worth. You should pay me my worth. Thanks. Sorry, I had a little mini rant there at the end. Well, then again, we began today with a rant, me ranting about people who don't take advice from people who are not lawyers or haven't been to law school, right? Like, do not take legal advice from someone who uses hashtag I'm not a lawyer. I use hashtag not a lawyer yet because I haven't passed the bar, but I can still file legal documents, so I'm half a lawyer. I'm 3/4 of a lawyer. And don't copy other people's text contracts. It's just, no. Or if you do, at least make sure you personalize them to you and understand that your needs may not be the same as another company's, and that's why boilerplates, while useful, always need to be adjusted for your own purposes. Soon I get that sweet, sweet Esquire title. I mean, yes. Yes, I will. And by God, I'm going to use it. You know, there are people out there who don't. Like, for years my father didn't, because he was a military officer, so he didn't use Esquire, he used his rank. And as a retired officer, he still uses his rank more often than he uses Esquire. Rocks with all the letters after my name? No, it'll only be ESQ. I'm probably not getting a PhD. When I finish this, it'll probably be done with formal academic inquiry. But I should talk about, what we're gonna do next week. Alphabet soup, that signature line. We should talk about what's gonna happen next week. Maybe. Next week, January 1st, 2023, mark your calendars. 12 p.m. Eastern Time, start time. We are doing a 12-hour charity stream for Fisher House Foundation. Fisher House Foundation provides support, care, and caring for veterans and their families while veterans undergo medical treatment in various VA hospitals around the country. We are going to have it'll be a 12-hour D&D charity stream, a modified meat grinder. We have 4 fine crews of adventurers that will be attempting to brave Castle Dracula and put him back in his grave. We'll see how well they do. You will be able to donate for Wall Chicken. Wall Chicken will heal the whole party up to 50% of their each individual's max HP. You'll be able to donate for specialty items, candelabras that will give them bonus dice on or max damage. Hawkeye is going to be in one of those games. We are going to, but you can also donate to give me swarms, like floating Medusa heads. Always a good one. More skeletons to throw bones at my players. Always another good one. We are going to it'll be all live, four teams, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern, then 3 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then 9 p.m. Eastern. We are going to have 17 players. I should just pull up the tweet thread I did about this yesterday, because I did a Twitter thread about this yesterday. I did indeed. Okay, so where is it? Here. There we go. This is the start of the Twitter thread. Okay, so this is the full thread. So, 12 p.m. Eastern, Charity Vania presents Dracula Rises with Painting Pirate, Cypher of Tyr, DM Jazzy Hands, It's Sam Ellis, and Lady Luck 34. At 3 p.m. Eastern, it'll be the Castle, Charity Vania, The Castle Looms, with Academic Foxhole, Trooper, Stephen Joys, Anna from Six String Games, and Arvandus, a very cool person that on Twitter. Then we get 6 p.m. Eastern, Once More Into the Breach, with Xander Slamilton, our dear friend Alyssa, Wally, Hey Damphir, and Hawkeye in that group. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, the last group, the final assault in Castle Dracula, is Katie Face, PB Plays Inside, Gremlin Art, and Hannah from our dear own Hanimation Studios, who Hanimation Art, who does the art for the Witcher games. We'll also be having charity giveaways for a bunch of the streams. We will have... I have to update this. We will have... Artel Sorian has very kindly donated 2 bundle PDF copies of the Witcher Core rulebook and the journal and the Witcher journal. I figured, you know, Witcher journal, vampires, hire vampires, it's the thing. The wonderful, fabulous Lydia, Half-Assed Hermit, she is going to donate 4 sketches, 1 for each of the streams, so that you might have an opportunity to have your character sketched by her. And then there will be a couple other prizes that I can't announce yet, so you might need to come back and see what they are. There are so many vampire types in Witcher. True, but there's only one type that's a higher vampire, and they're aliens. Literally, higher vampires are aliens. Yep, sketchy characters. But yes, will be a live event. There will be VODs. We hope you can come and join us and hang out or share the whole bit, and we will bring all the love to all the people. But let us swoop over here to the credits. There we go. And yes, it should be starting. Well, maybe not. I don't know why that doesn't work. Okay. Okay, the credits are not working. I do not know why. Let's go back over here, and I can say goodbye from over here. And thank you for Conti for hanging out. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm glad I could be informative and helpful. We should find someone to raid, i.e. I know exactly who we're raiding. It's brought to you by the support. Paul Drake says, this stream was brought to you by the support of the Bavarian Blood Bank Society. Your donations are always welcome. This is true. So we're gonna go ahead and raid over to the Opera Geek, because Kelly is running a charity fundraiser right now for MS, and she's playing some Witcher and all the joy. So we should send some love and bring some fun, and happy to provide any information and entertainment. We might do another one of these streams. I like doing these, you know, let me talk about things and share the world. So have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful night, and I will catch you next time, everybody.